he learned today, and I can start talking about it because he's not in here yet. What he learned today is what this place is all about. Okay? So when he walks in this locker room, let's make sure we let him hear it. All right? But what we learned today is regardless of circumstance, the Minnesota Vikings push onward. In addition to everybody getting one in here, he deserves to keep the actual one he played with, Josh Dobbs.
As they say, it's a team win. I couldn't do it without teammates, offense, defense, special team, coaches. Shoot, Grant spending 5 extra hours with me on Friday going through walkthroughs. And I'm thankful to be here. I'm excited, man. We'll enjoy this one. But as they all say, cheers to the next one. Here we go. Family on three. Family on three. 1, 2, 3.
If I said it once, I said it a million times. I root for stories. I root for people. I see you with the chills. I root for stories. I root for people. And yesterday, I was a Vikings fan. I've been a Josh Dobbs fan because of his background as an aerospace engineering major at Tennessee with a 4.0 GPA, who once did an externship with NASA. I can't wait to see what he does after football, whether it's politics, the private sector, business, science, rocket science, whatever it is he's trying to do, he's gonna do it. He's brilliant. But his story is so inspirational. It's like, man, the older I get, you know how the old folks say, Mike, hey, how you doing, man? Oh, I can't complain. If I would, nobody would listen.
Yeah.
Man, Josh Dobbs is the type of dude that make you look at yourself and be like, yo, man, to hell with the excuses. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gives a shit. This dude, you know how hard, I'm talking to people that don't know. You know how hard it is to do what he did this week?
Yeah.
It's somewhat similar. It's similar. I saw it last year on Thursday night when Baker Mayfield came from Carolina, and beat the Raiders on Thursday Night Football on a short week. Josh Dobbs got there Tuesday, head still spinning. He got in this game against Atlanta and looked like Michael Vick. I mean, for him to play that way, not knowing names, not knowing the plays, it speaks to his intelligence, his brilliance. But just his story, Michael, is so inspirational in terms of well-traveled is an understatement. Drafted by Pittsburgh, okay? Pittsburgh trades him to Jacksonville, ends up back in Pittsburgh, then ends up with the Browns. Browns trade him to Arizona. Now, I skipped Tennessee. I beg your pardon. I skipped Tennessee when he was starting last year for Tennessee. Yeah. In Tennessee last year, when he got his first start, I think that might have been on Thursday night. I might have saw him last year on Thursday night as well, against the Cowboys, if I recall correctly. But regardless, ends up with the Browns. Browns trade him before the season to Arizona. Starts for Arizona, is serviceable, if not solid.
Yeah, that's right.
Minnesota gets him, and all of a sudden, here's Minnesota sitting at 5-4. When a couple of weeks ago, it was like, hey, might need to tank the season, or Justin Jefferson just sit out the rest of the season, or trade Kirk Cousins despite the presence of his no trade clause. This dude came off not off the couch, but came off the plane and orchestrates a comeback against Atlanta on the road. This is one of those, Josh Dobbs deserves some kind of award for this performance. Look at that. And consecutive 3-touchdown games for different teams?
For different teams. Yeah,
Bruh, I cannot get enough of this story. I cannot say enough about Joshua Dobbs. Robert, Joshua
Robert
Dobbs.
Joshua Dobbs.
He is that dude. Professionalism.
Yeah,
he is the epitome of professionalism and an inspiration to people inside and outside of professional football. Go ahead, Michael. Speak your word.
You talking about his story.
Because I hear a Joshua scripture coming. That's what I was expecting.
I wish I had thought of that. I wish I had thought of that.
I'm shocked. Okay. I thought a Joshua scripture was coming.
Oh, no. Oh, I was thinking of it. Oh, goodness. I missed
I'll put you on the spot. Go ahead.
I would say though, with not just his story, the overall story. Can I just tell you how much I just get into that whole? I'm so glad we showed that locker room scene with Kevin O'Connell and Josh Dobbs getting the game ball and everybody on the team getting a game ball. Everybody on the team got one. And O'Connell saying this is what we do. And Dobbs turning it right back around. Hey, I couldn't have done it without all these guys. Offense, defense, special teams, coaches. You spent this time with me. I am a sucker for all of that team stuff. It's all about the team and playing for each other and playing for something that's bigger than all of us. And that can get me every time. I love that. So I love the collaboration and just the being in alignment. And, if one thing had gone the other way, this thing couldn't have happened. But you look back and you reflect on everybody's contribution. But Josh Dobbs, I'm so glad to see him getting the credit that he deserves. Now he's getting credit now, and everybody's giving it to him, and it's deserved. It was so bad in a lighthearted way. It was so bad that he got credit earlier this year that he had to he had to create a jersey for himself in the Arizona Cardinals team store because he went in there looking for a Josh Dobbs jersey, and he couldn't find one. And when he finally got one, he does a little Instagram on it, like, okay, here we go. I got that Dobbs here. Nobody was paying attention to him. He was.
I'm about to see if I can buy one right now. I'm about to buy a Vikings one right now. He was an afterthought at the
deadline. Think about trade deadline. Trade deadline, we were talking about Sweat. We were talking about Young. We were talking about all these teams making these moves. Josh Dobbs and a 7th rounder from Arizona to Minnesota. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice little move. Yeah. I see Buffalo picked up a corner. Green Bay made a trade. But this is, if you think about it, this trade was the most significant of Sunday. This trade paid off immediately. Of all the trades that we saw, this is the one that really had the biggest impact because it kept the Minnesota Vikings alive. Now, not only are they just at water, now they crossed over. Now they're 5-4, and they've got life in this division that Detroit looks like it's going to win, but Minnesota's going to have something to say about this, not only about the division, but about the playoff race in the NFC. I love this. I love everything about this story. Shout out to Josh Dobbs. Great job, Josh Dobbs. And he did it. And to figure this out, Mike, that Kevin O'Connell is talking him through it. He's talking him through it. It's like the commercial. It's like that old commercial. Remember, our colleague Tony Dungy was in this commercial. He's on a headset. Guy's on a date. And Tony is telling the guy, okay, do this. Say this now. Do that. And the guy is doing it. It really was, in real life, Kevin O'Connell would say, look for this on this play. Here's the terminology.
There's Tennessee Dobbs jersey. I may buy a Dobbs jersey because he really is a role model. For anybody in any circumstances, just get it done. In life, there are no excuses. Just get it done. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what's thrown at you. Just get it done. Before we go to break, I'm gonna throw you. You want some more locker room footage?
Oh, love it. Bring it on.
Jim Irsay. Jim Irsay.
Oh, okay.
Living his best life. Dancing to Meek Mill. He was unreal.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.